Another episode of The Red Divide. Joining me in studio today, that ugly mug, the Man United supporter, our cousin Mark. How you doing?
Oh, it was great until you stole my intro.
You talk too much on this the podcast, so I thought I'd just steal your thunder for a change.
Impossible. What's happening?
Doing good. Can't complain.
Yeah,
Wish we had signed some players yet, but yeah, optimistic for the season ahead.
Yeah, nobody wants to go to Liverpool. So, anyway, just remind us again there. How many teams haven't signed anyone yet in the Premier League?
Liverpool is the only team in the Premier League that haven't signed anyone. A new player, shall I say.
Yeah, sounds about right. I mean,
It's because
imagine getting approached by Liverpool. You'd be like, excuse me, have I gone down in levels? Why on earth would I sign for that? Almost use some choice words there for that club. But anyway.
No, but you see, it's
I know,
like
I know there may be kids tuning in here, so I've got to choose my words wisely.
Watch your words. But you see, it's like this. The squad is so strong that we can afford to buy players and then, only add a couple. Whereas United seems like you're buying a whole squad at this stage.
Well, I wouldn't say a whole squad, right? You want some squad depth. So 2 for each position, and then you can, challenge.
Yeah, well, that's what you need to do. Buy new players because your current squad's not good enough.
100%. I can't even argue with you. I'm not going to argue with you. Imagine we slapped Liverpool around last year with a squad that wasn't good enough. Imagine what we're going to do this year.
It's all right. You've shown what you guys are capable today against City, so I'm not really worried.
Yeah, but look, we spoke about this on the previous podcast. Both teams only had 70%, if that. So it happened. We outplayed them. We had much better chances than them. But again, neither team's at full strength, so I'm not going to read too much into it. But positive, there are a lot of positives to take. Mainu coming right back in. Licha playing 90 minutes, his first game back. Bruno back with an absolute cracker.
Yeah,
there wasn't offsides. But yeah,
finish.
Yeah, it was great. When goals are that good, I think they should look at that offside and be like, maybe we allow this one this time. No, I'm just kidding. It was very, very, I wouldn't say depressing, but quite a pain in the butt when I saw that crack. I was like, geez, dude, welcome back. Welcome, Bruno. And then the flag, I'm like, you're kidding.
I could just imagine those emotions. You were jumping around, screaming, yeah, what a goal. Next minute, you see the offside flag and you came down to earth.
I didn't come down to earth very quickly. I was still up there. And then I started losing my mind. But yeah, unfortunately, it was what it was. But in other news, United are continuing to sign players to strengthen the team. Mr. Ray, we are moving along swiftly. I think someone that is a Liverpool fan like yourself that has watched United with a lot of glee over the last 10 to 12 years. You've been pretty happy with how poor we've been. Indeed. Even you to see that we are buying players and strengthening positions that we need and quality players. They might not be world beaters yet. I think Deligt is right up there. But he's got a higher ceiling that he can still get to. So seeing us get his deal over the line, 45 million plus 5 in add-ons. I hear the 5 million add-ons are pretty easy to achieve. So Bayern will likely get their 50 mil that they were always after. And then Mazraoui, 15 mil plus 5. They'll get their 20 in the end, I believe. And either way, 70 million for 2 players that are first teamers. They're going to get right in. I'll take that all day long. You know what I mean? I think that's great. I'm happy to see that. And yeah, man, couldn't be more surprised and impressed with Ineos. Ineos are doing the business. They are. It's a statement, and it's great, man.
They are. They've come in and they've changed the club completely. Where you go by what's happened previously, you guys were always scrambling right at the end of the transfer window, couldn't get any deals across the line. They've done the business nice and early. They've identified the targets, worked really hard behind the scenes to try and get these deals done. And yeah, you guys have been signing players in all the key positions. And this is all part of the strategy. And I'm sure Ten Hag must be over the moon now that he's got extra support. And I wish that it wasn't like this, because you guys are obviously going to get stronger. But I guess at the end of the day, it's good for competition. And look forward to seeing Man United be more competitive.
You shouldn't be looking forward to us being more competitive, because last year we were more than competitive. You couldn't beat us. We knocked you out of the FA Cup. That's the last thing you should probably be looking for, my friend. But anyway.
Yeah. You knocked us out of the FA Cup 4-3. You guys played well. And the 2 games that we played against you, it was our own fault. We didn't take our chances, but that's history. Pretty much like you today. Didn't take your chances, lost. That's just how football goes.
And just like you said, that's history. Looking forward.
That's history. But looking forward to the season. Obviously, you guys are going to have a much stronger squad with more squad depth. That will help with the injuries. Probably the players that have come in, they might need a little bit of time to get used to the football philosophy of Ten Hag. Hopefully, it takes them longer to get up to speed. And what that would mean is that you guys would drop more points early on and probably finish top 10 if you're lucky.
This guy, you're full of jokes today. Eh? Even in the other video, you're full of jokes. Listen, amazing signings. Very happy with them. I think Deligt and Licha will be our starting centre-backs with Lenny Joro in the mix. He's young. He can learn from both of them, but he is extremely talented. So don't be surprised if he takes either spot for a few games here and there when he eventually gets back after his recovery. So very happy about that. And we still have Maguire, Lindelof, Evans.
Johnny Evans. You got Johnny Evans there.
Man, as if I needed any more reasons to dislike the guy. Anyway, so centre-backs looking solid. Mazraoui, you can play left and right, which is great. And of course, that deal, the Mazraoui deal was only possible because Wan-Bissaka has just agreed a move to West Ham.
Yeah, 15 million.
It's pretty much, very similar money. It's almost a swap, one in, one out.
Yeah.
In that role, Ten Hag wants, more progressive playing right back, or all his fullbacks. He wants them all progressive, all attack-minded. And, I'll be honest, I'm going to miss Wan-Bissaka. I did like him. I thought he was a specialist.
Very good defensively.
Amazing at defending. I'll never forget that tackle against Louis Saha. One-on-one, Zaha's through, and he's about to take his shot, and out of nowhere comes Spider-Man, Wan-Bissaka. That leg flies in and blocks the shot, which would have been a definite goal, and we would have lost that game. So we'll never forget that. Thank you, Wan-Bissaka. I know that whenever he goes back to Old Trafford, I'm sure the fans will be thankful and give him a resounding applause for his service. And unfortunately, it just hasn't worked out for him. Just not attacking enough, which is still strange. The dude used to be a winger. So and every now and again he's got some skill. You'll see him, you'll do a guy, but then you'll see he'll slow down and then look for the pass instead of continuing to progress forward. But I'm happy for him. He's agreed a deal. Good for him. Hope he starts every game at West Ham and wish him a great career. Deligt will come in well. Mazraoui will fit in well with cover for Deligt as well as Shaw, because between Luke Shaw and Malacia, they both have now a bit of an injury record. So at least Mazraoui is there to cover either side, which is fantastic. Man, it's really smart business. United are starting to plan something, coming up with a proper strategy, not just buying the biggest name out there or a has-been who wants high wages. It's much smarter business. So looking forward to it. I still think we need to get rid of Sancho and bring in a replacement, someone with a better attitude. But we'll see how it all goes. And man, up the United. Come on, boys. This is going to be a really good season. I can see it happening right now.
Oh, I hope you're wrong. Nothing would make me more happier to see all of your predictions go wrong. Well, in more important news, Liverpool are the only club, like I mentioned earlier, that haven't signed anyone because of our quality. Let me get that out there. The quality and the strength in depth.
One way to look at it.
We accepted a 27.5 million deal for Carvalho. He should be going to Burnley. I see we've had a couple of offers for him. The Saints came in with 15. 15 million. We batted that back. Ipswich came in for 20. We batted that back. But he's decided to take on the challenge of going to Burnley. So, yeah, wish him the best of luck. He didn't really have a real opportunity at Liverpool. He looked quite decent in the preseason games. He scored a cracker against United, put those defenders on their arse and tucked a nice little ball into the corner.
Yes, dude.
Preseason, he scored such a cracker against United. I'll never forget that.
And
we put a 12.5, 17.5% sell-on clause for that, which is great. Going back to that now, I think everybody is completely stunned by Spurs doing the business with Solanke. 65 million for Dominique Solanke from Bournemouth. I don't think anyone saw that coming. And with that deal, Liverpool have a 20% buy-in clause, so we make a quick 10 million from that sale. So with the sale of Carvalho, plus that money coming in, that's already 37, almost 38 million. And hopefully that will go towards the kitty to buy in players. Also, Lewis Kumas, an 18-year-old striker, he signed a new long-term deal, and we've loaned him out to Stoke City. And Keith Kelleher, our number 2. I still think he should be number 1. I think Ellison has done a great job, but there has been lots of rumors from Saudi outfit that they want to make a huge offer for him. I don't know at this stage if he's going to have his head turned or not, but I really think Kelleher would be a safe bet to have as our number 1. So there's rumors that Juventus want to take him on, and so that he can be a number 1 at what do they call it? The old lady. What's their nickname? Old Juve. Yeah. So I wouldn't like to see him go. I think his quality, every time he's come in for the cups, and especially when Allison's been injured, he's done a great job. So I'm hoping that's just rumors. And the biggest article with Liverpool right now is Martin Zubimendi from Real Sociedad. There's been real trickery and real dirty play from them. Keep on taking photos of him on the training ground, putting his name up on the starting sheets to play the friendlies. They try absolutely everything to keep him at the club. And we're still in negotiations. He did say that by Monday he will give his decision, what he's going to do. But I'm pretty sure that the club have a second or a third target if we don't get him, who they have in mind. So yes, we haven't signed anyone yet, but I'd like to see a central defensive midfielder come in, and I would like to see another centre-back come in. But unfortunately, at this stage in the game, the transfer window closes on 31st of August, and we've signed a big 0. Now, like I mentioned earlier, could just go to show the strength of depth of our squad. But as a Liverpool fan, we want to see new faces. We want to have the squad more stronger. So yeah, watch this space.
Well, you said a whole lot there without saying very much. So you got nothing basically. Still
I
nothing.
knew you would say that. I could see the expression on your face.
That's where it ended. A whole lot of nothing is really what I'm hearing. Okay, awesome. Great.
We have to be excited for some money coming in, We're not putting the money out at this stage. I don't know. How much have you guys spent already in this transfer window?
Not enough.
Not enough.
Hey.
We're getting money in, we're not spending it. That's the difference.
It's okay.
Maybe instead of spending so much money on players, you should fix that waterfall.
When you lose during the season, we'll remember how much money you got and how it's, playing out you.
Oh yeah, there's so many episodes to come. You're probably going to eat those words.
I can't wait. Sweet, my cousin.
Nice one. Well, thanks everyone for joining. If you like the content that we put out there, please like, subscribe, and share. Tell all your mates about it. We'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later. Excuse my cousin ranting on it, but absolutely nothing. But we'll see you guys soon. See ya. Cheers.